Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Etheria restart video, and today we're doing the ultimate Terrormaton boss farming guide. This is the easiest module boss to farm in the game. The team comp that you need is very free to play, accessible. You should have no problem with this if you just understand a few mechanics and how to put your team together. That's what I'm going to show you in this video. Now, the first place I want to start is I want to throw a graphic on the screen that explains the special mechanics of this fight. There's really only two that you need to understand. The first one is combat resolve. Here's how you think about this. If someone on your team dies, Terrormaton gets to go again. If you are pushing your difficulty level, like if you are trying to fight the hardest version of this fight that you can, if somebody dies, everybody dies. If he's strong enough to kill like one of your people and you start giving him extra turns and he starts lapping you, he's just going to start wiping you out. So you need to be survivable enough, bulky enough, or fast enough that he doesn't get a chance to kill everybody. That's the combat resolve passive that he has. Then he has two little arms sticking up, a right hand and a left hand. The deal is, if you're fighting a very easy Terrormaton, like if you're farming something that you're way more powerful than, just focus the main body and burn it down. However, a lot of times you're going to be like, pushing your limits. If you're pushing your limits, you want to kill the right hand and just ignore the left hand. You kill the right hand because it does a bunch of damage to you. It does a defense down debuff, a bunch of single target damage, and like we talked about with passive 1, if he kills somebody, he'll go again, like the main body will go again, big AoE, wipe you out attack. You want to take that first hand out, ideally before it gets to go. Like ideally in your first rotation, you want to make sure you kill that first hand. The left hand is just going to give him a defense buff and a 45% turn meter boost. So it can be handy to have a strip for this fight, like somebody to remove his defense buff, but you absolutely have to have that. Still, you just want to burn the left hand down, then you'll kill the body. Now, here's the team comps. Here's how I suggest building for this fight. I think you're going to need a main DPS. We all get Leon for free. You should absolutely build her. There's missions to build her. She is a queen in this fight. You could also use what I call the DPS bros. That's a Victor or a Didding. Both of those are single target damage specialists, and your damage in this fight, being single target focused, those guys are excellent in here. Then you need turn meter manipulation. Marvel is my favorite person for this fight. Then you have Lily, Chiaki the Echo, Freya is also very, very good in here. One of those four, I think, throw them in there, have them go first, like have them be your lead hitter, and then follow from there. Then a debuffer. Dina is the queen of this fight. This is Dina's fight, and this is Dina's world in this fight, and we're all just living in it. Still, if you're massively unlucky and don't have Dina, you can use Gray. Gray is neutral element to this fight. He can provide that defense debuff. Dina just does so much more. If you have her, absolutely use her for this fight. Then, somebody to buff your group. This is where it's nice if you're using Freya or Chiaki the Echo as your turn meter person. They also provide those offensive buffs. I'm going to give a special shout out to Terrormaton for this fight. She's particularly good in here. And in a minute, the team comp I'll show you actually utilizes her. So those are your buffers. You want to bring somebody to boost your attack, so you just run this guy over. Then DPS 2. This is the flex spot. You can bring a healer here if you are struggling a little bit, like it's early on in the game, you kind of don't have your squad built out and you're trying to push content a little bit more, like you're really pushing the limit. Maybe a healer, somebody to top some people off so you're not giving Terrormaton resets. But ideally, you want a second DPS unit. Messiah is just the god of like second DPS units, but this is where Didding or Victor are right back in there, right? Or some other fire DPS unit. Then, special shout out for the Inferno mode of this game. You got to have a buff stripper for Inferno mode, and they need to lead off for you. So it can be Heinrich, it can be Viper. Those are my favorite two strippers in the game. God, that's such a weird thing to say, but you need somebody to knock his buff off right from the start of the fight in Inferno. Now, I want to show off a fight right here. I'm not going to show Inferno, but I'll tell you how to switch this team up for Inferno, because I just want to highlight Terrormaton, one of the coolest designed characters in this game, a character that I just really want to build, even if I don't think it's the smartest. So I just want to show her in a fight. This will be Hell 4. Watch how this plays out. This is the order you want to go in. Keep in mind, if this was Inferno, you would switch Terrormaton out for like a Heinrich or a Viper and make sure they went first. Let's play it out. For this fight, Terrormaton's going to lead, and there's my buff, right? Attack buff, defense buff. We are buffed. Then Marvel's going to knock everybody on their team back and give lower their accurate defense, their effect resist. Dina's going to come in there, apply all her debuffs, and then Leon's going to go. She's going to provide turn meter pushback and a bunch of damage. Her pet nearly kills the arm. We will now burn down the left arm. Dude, he's about done at this point. You can see he's down to like 40% HP and we're burning him. Marvel's going to get to go again. He's going to do his turn meter pushback again. Dina's up, and here you go. We gave the boss about 1 turn to hit us with his left arm, and because we do so much damage, we don't need a healer. That's about how this fight plays out. In fact, oh, I just hit level 100 on the test server. How about that? In fact, the run I did before this, we actually got a little bit luckier with our buffs and debuffs, and instead of clearing it in like 27 seconds, we cleared it in 20. So we killed the arm. Leon killed the arm with her pet's attack, and then Victor just murdered the boss. It was a 20-second run. Look, that's how you build for this fight. It's really not that hard. You're obviously not going to be hitting for those big of numbers early, but these characters are very accessible. Like, I'll throw the graphic back on the screen right here. The vast majority of the characters that I recommend for this fight are either free SSRs like Leon or SR characters. You're going to pull a lot early on in this game, and so your odds of having those characters are very good, and you get great DPS sets from this fight. I know Doki Doki is the main farm in this game because of speed is just king, but having onslaught gear for your DPS units, having the drops that you get, like Kenai, I believe it was called. Yeah, Kenai is an awesome set towards the end game. So you will spend some time farming Terrormaton. The faster and more efficient you can farm, the higher difficulty that you can farm, the better off you can be. So take advantage of those units. Make sure you are getting your gear drops, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Peace.